Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel, Kenyan Old Trafford. So today this is going to be our first video, a vlog about Manchester United and other Premier League games that are ahead of us. So today I want to start with a simple task actually. I have asked ChatGPT to help me build my club. Asked it, tell me which signings do I need to buy so that I can win the Premier League. Tell me also which current players I must sell and which one I must keep. So I went ahead and mentioned our current squad, which is our starting 11. By the way, I didn't mention any of our rotational squad or the B team and the players that also went on loan. So the formation used by Coach Amorim is 3-4-3. So how do I win the league? Good question. So it said here that it started by first of all analyzing what are my strengths, the strength players that I have. So I have elite center backs, and those are three of them, which is the elite, Martinez and Yoro. And young lively forwards, I have Sesko, Cunha, Zakzi and Hojland, which is striker position. And then right wing backs, I have Dalot and Mazraoui. And midfield energy, we got Mino and Ugarte. So weaknesses, we have no elite playmaker in the half spaces for the 3-4-3. We need one. We don't have a world-class deep controller. The one we have is Casemiro, and he's aging. Yeah, very thin at left wing back, especially with Shaw's durability. And he's currently injury prone, and yeah, his level is not that like back then. Yeah? Plus right now in Amorim system is being used as a left-footed centre back. Yeah? Okay, forward lines like a true superstar. Goalkeeper situation is experimental. We'll look at why is it experimental, yet we signed Saint Lamens and we've seen his improvement. Okay, so who should we sell? Time to trim the branches so the trees grow up. The first person we need to sell is Casemiro because it's declining. It doesn't suit Amorim's vertical sprint heavy pressing. Second person is Maguire. He's very good, by the way, this season. I like his goal against Liverpool, but he says here the back three requires a faster circulation and recovery pace. So unfortunately, Maguire is too slow. Next is Luke Shaw. His injuries make planning impossible. Next is Mason Mount. Doesn't fully fit the double pivot for the wide number 10 role. So for Hojland, you already have Sesko, Zakzi, Cunha, so you don't need 4 strikers. Though in my opinion, I would take Hojland over Zakzi. I'll probably bring in Hojland so that he can compete with Sesko and maybe cash in on Zakzi. But anyway, this is ChatGPT. So who you must keep? Number 1 is Bruno Fernandes, Kobe Mino, the lead, Yoro, Lisandro Martinez, Dalot plus Mazraoui, Sesko is Cunha plus Zakzi, Amad Diallo, perfect for the wide creators role in 3-4-3. Now there's something here that I did notice that he didn't include Mbeumo, and we'll come to look at that why. So next point is who you must sign, the essential list. Yeah? Number 1, we need a world-class keeper. A world-class sweeper keeper. Your current keeper isn't enough for high defensive line. We have Saint Lamens. Targets, we have Diogo Costa, Mike Maignan, or Georgi Mamadashvili. So I think Mamadashvili has already gone to Liverpool, and I don't know what club Diogo Costa plays for, but Mike Maignan, the AC Milan guy, very good, by the way. I bought him in my career, and he's actually he's world class. In the left wing back, we need targets like Alphonso Davies and Nuno Mendes. Probably wouldn't stand any chance in getting any of those two. But we have another one. He says Piero Hincapié. I've researched, this guy plays for Bayer Leverkusen. He's very good, by the way. And we have Michel Baker. In terms of cheaper, the cheapest one here should be Michel Baker. So I think he will do. Okay. A creative left side forward. That's a left winger. Yeah? Amorim's 3-4-3 depends on a wide creator, 1 striker plus 1 runner. targets like Michael Olise, we're not going to get that. Vicha Kvaratskhelia, dream signing. Pedro Neto, yeah, we're not going to get that. Savinho, even it says here City is going to cry. It's going to be impossible to get him. But he's saying these signings unlock Bruno and Sesko. Okay. Next key player we need is a deep lying playmaker who is the controller. The targets here are Joao Neves, we're not gonna get him. Martin Zubimendi, already going to Arsenal, so impossible. Ederson from Atalanta, a perfect Amorim style profile. And Fofana from Monaco, cheaper option. The season's objective, once we get these players, the first year what we're going to do is we're going to be top 3 plus cup runner. Second year is going to be title challengers. Third year is Premier League domination. This is now when we probably win the league. Imagine it will take us 3 years if we sign these impossible young players. What about Brian Mbeumo? You keep but defined role. So what does it mean? Here's the honest breakdown. Top 4 ambition. If we want for top 4 ambition, Mbeumo can start. Get this. If we are trying to get to top 4, Mbeumo can start. For Premier League title ambition, he becomes a rotation weapon, not the headline act. So if you want to win the Premier League, Mbeumo is going to be a top 4 a rotation weapon. If you sign a Kvaratskhelia, a Olise, Neto, or Savinho, then Mbeumo becomes your impact meteorite off the bench. About the new goalkeeper, Saint Lamens. He says right now Saint Lamens is promising but not ready to be the goalkeeper who carries the Premier League title on his shoulders. So the realistic verdict is keep him as your number 2 or number 3. Sign a world-class number 1 if you want to win the league. Break it down. What Lamens does well, he's a short stopper. He's very good. His height is 1.98 meters. Long arms, yeah, means he covers the goal like a closing eclipse. Young enough to grow. I think he's around 23, 24 years old. What stops him from being a title-winning number 1 right now? Distribution under pressure. So Amorim's system demands a keeper who can pass like a midfielder and stay calm when pressed by prowling forwards. Lamens still looks very shaky here. The ball can feel like it's buzzing under his feet. Commanding the box, he doesn't yet dominate crosses and high balls the way Premier League champions need. A title-winning keeper is basically a second centre-back with gloves. Experience-wise, he hasn't played enough top-level football to handle title race pressure. So where he fits in our squad competition, he can start Carabao, early FA Cup rounds. Yes, early FA Cup rounds, low-risk Premier League matches, and dead rubber Europa or Champions League games. Development plans can work on his foot and passing under pressure, improve sweeping outside the box, build confidence on crosses. Marcus Rashford, I mean, he's a key player. So keep or sell, verdict sell. If you want a stable title-winning system, but keep if only if you are rebuilding him mentally and redefining his role. is the most delicate decision in the squad. So meaning tukiharibu hapo, tukifanya mchezo hapo, anaweza haribu ama ikajenga. Nice. Let me explain. The problem with Rashford in Amorim's 3-4-3. Rashford is a transitional runner, a wide left wing, inside forward. Someone who needs to attack, who needs spaces to attack. Someone who hates tight structured build-up. Someone who doesn't track back in a consistent, reliable way, which means he doesn't press. Okay? So Amorim's system demands a wing forward who presses aggressively, link up plays in the half spaces, discipline, high work rate, and consistent ball retention. And Rashford often plays like a solo violinist. When he's good, he's brilliant. When he's off, the entire system collapses on his side. Get that? Why you must sell him? He doesn't suit the defensive demand of a 3-4-3. A 50-50. If he comes back from loan, refreshed and motivated, then as a rotation left wing in big spaces, he can punish tired defenders. So that means he can come as a super sub. When you need a goal and the system isn't working, Rashford changes games through raw unpredictability. In the game of Tottenham and in the game of Everton, we saw that we were completely dominated especially in the game of Everton. So I think Rashford could have done something here. He could have created chances because the system definitely did not work here. So if you sign a creator left winger, he might thrive with someone feeding him in behind, but he cannot be the main left forward if you want to win the league. United want to go for Elliot Anderson. Is very good, and he probably would when we get this player, he will help us a lot in our midfield. Since it's Casemiro is too old, I don't know if he's going to play with Bruno or as a number 8. So it says here, Elliot Anderson is an intriguing football creature, half engine, half lantern. But let's be clear and ruthless, he does not fit the role of you are talking about, the CDM, a deep playmaker. The role you asked about, a new controller behind them. We need like a Joao Neves, Zubimendi, Rodri, Declan Rice. Don't think we're gonna get any of those players. And the reason I'm saying this is that this sort of players must or dictate rhythms, can constantly receive under pressure, break lines with passes, control transitions, move like chess piece, and defend like a quiet assassin. Can Elliot Anderson do this job? Short answer, no. Not even close, at least not yet. He is why he's not a controller. Anderson is more of an energetic box-to-box midfielder. Carries the ball, presses aggressively, links plays, moves into pockets. But it doesn't slow the game, dictate tempo or orchestrate build-up. Defensive IQ isn't a light yet. A controller needs to anticipate danger, not chase it. Anderson chases. What he can bring to the squad, nothing else than a rotation midfielder. It suits the number 8 support role, pressing substitute. Yeah, so we say number 8 role. Realistic verdict for your team, not as suitable as a deep controller. He won't replace Casemiro or become your Neves or Zubimendi. How about Baleba? Because we are also linked with Baleba. So Baleba, now this is a name that comes with high potential. And unlike Elliot Anderson, Baleba can actually fit this Manchester United rebuild in a meaningful way. Can Baleba fit in the Amorim's 3-4-3 system? Yes, but not as the main controller. He fits as the destroyer athlete next to Mino, not behind Kobe Mino. Remember, we are looking for a CDM. Think of him as a modern Ugarte with turbochargers. I don't know what turbochargers means, guys. You can help me. Baleba Straits is an elite ball winning, physical monster, good progressive carrying, aggressive pressing, still raw. He's powerful but not yet a surgeon with the ball. He's closer to Caicedo, earlier years of Caicedo, Bissouma, the Brighton version of Bissouma, and Palhinha. Not Zubimendi, not Joao Neves. So Baleba can either play with Mino or with Ugarte next to each other, then Bruno up front. Okay, can you win the league with Baleba? Yes, if he is the engine, not the brain. So there's a difference being the engine and being the brain. Sign him if you want power, energy, ball winning, speed, and defensive presence. I think we'll have to probably sign Baleba more than we need Elliot Anderson. And another player that came into my mind was Sandro Tonali. I watched his game. Says for his gambling situation, I think he's a very nice player. So can Sandro Tonali fit the CDM role? Yes, and he fits very well, but not as your deepest controller. I mean, what the hell? This guy is very good. What's wrong with you, ChatGPT? Why don't you want, all you want is Zubimendi, you want Joao Neves. We can't get those players. So Tonali is a midfielder made of steel wires, gasoline, and old-school Italian rhythm. He thrives when he's allowed to roam, press, dictate tempo from the right side of a midfield too. Tonali's strength, exceptional intensity. He runs like he's angry at the grass. Brilliant at covering grounds, which means he protects the wing backs and center backs like a loyal guard dog. I mean, what else do we want? Progresses the ball quickly, not road strike. Slow dictation, more stab forward, break lines, accelerate the attack, tenacious ball winner, big game mentality. He wants Syria as a key player. He doesn't shrink. The limits, not a pure controller. He can't be your lone tempo anchor. He's more active midfielder than a calm organizer. Can you help you win the Premier League? Absolutely, but only if paired with the right players. So Tonali, Maino, and Bruno up front. But we need a controller like Joao Neves again. Yeah, I think with that, year 1 title, we can be top 3 and a cup runner. Year 2 title challenger, and year 3 we can dominate the league. Let me know what you think, guys. Who should we sign? Who should we sell so that we can be able to win the league? Thank you.